With a loss in the second round of the playoffs last year, the road to a state championship came to an end for the Northside Eagles. But head football coach Kevin Kinsler says they're on the hunt again this year. Here's part one of his interview with Bill Shanks in the Coach's Corner.
The Northside Eagles were cruising along with a great season last year, and in the second round of the playoffs, unfortunately ran into the Ware County Gators. Head coach Kevin Kinsler joins us now to talk about last season and, of course, this season too. Disappointing, though, last year because, boy, you guys had a great team, didn't you?
It was a disappointing season for it to end that way, and, of course, we always set our goals to play for a state championship, and anything short of that we just look at as a disappointing season. But I don't want to take away from what the kids accomplished. It was a great season. We had a good bunch of young men.
You averaged 36 points per game last year. You've got 6 stars back on offense, but quarterback is a question mark. You've got a little competition going this month, right?
Yeah, we've got a lot of competition at quarterback. Of course, Glenn Smith and Marcus Ivory were our quarterbacks last year, and this year we have a young man, Jamon Weaver, another young man named Tanner Smith, and a sophomore, Tobias Oliver, that all three are fighting it out for the starting quarterback position. And you know, the good thing about those young men is, you know, they can play other positions as well, but all three of them have had good competition throughout the summer.
You have a returning running back, however, that had almost 1,100 yards last year, Willie Jordan. So how big of an asset is that to have, considering a little bit of a question mark there at quarterback, at least until one of the guys steps forward?
Well, the great thing about, you know, in our situation, if you have a quarterback situation, you're trying to find a guy, you have to have something that stabilizes your offense, and a 225-pound running back, and you know, we have a big experienced offensive line, so we know if we have to, you know, we can get in there and do what we normally do, and that's run the football and not ask our quarterbacks to do things that they can't do.
But your line of scrimmage is in good shape.
Yeah, of course, we have Brandon Sandifer, who's back, and he hasn't quite committed yet, and you know, of course, he's a 325-pounder, 330-pounder, and on the other side we have Quentin Stanford, and he's back at the other tackle, and then we have Tyler Dunn, who's returning as a starter at left guard. So those three guys, we'll look for them to really anchor us up front.
All right, the defense always a big part of Northside's success. We'll talk about that in our next report.